Let's do it, huh? And then let's go live over here as well. And do that too. Yes, please. Yes, please. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today, huh? Everybody do well, huh? Adjusting monitor audio levels here. What's going on, everybody? Navy Beard, you can come here now. Navy! Navy! You can come here now, kiddo. She really wanted to see herself, so told her she could as soon as I got everything set up here. So we should be set up now. And now, we'll see. We'll see. Come here. There she is. Say hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Absolute Zero, you got class right now? No. Nay, nay. Did you have school today?
Yes.
Was it fun?
Yes.
Is it raining out right now?
Yes.
It's been raining for 3 stinking days.
Can I press the button?
No, we're not pressing buttons right now. Because we don't need to. I need the button to stay where it is right now. The big fluffy cloud. You can poke it. Oh!
Can I poke it?
You can poke it. Woo, you poked it.
Can I poke it again?
You can poke it one last time. There you go. Okay. Give me hugs. Let the kid up. All right, mommy's ready for you. The handoff. The handoff. Caden Thunder taking 100 Dwayne Johnsons. Look, like silverback gorillas. Gorillas are terrifying, right? They're just like, they're beastly. I don't know. I honestly don't know. The dudes here seem to think 100 dudes. Now, 100 dudes, if they were working together, maybe, right? If they had a plan, but if you just send 100 random dudes in and it's just a brawl, I'm going gorilla. If the 100 dudes have a plan to outsmart the gorilla, that's a different story. Depends on the gorilla and the men, Crimson. Agreed. Jenny with the ice cream cone. Why Dwayne Johnson? What about Seth Rollins? Risa, 1300 PSI punch is starting punch power. That's a lot. A lot. Puck Daddies, yeah, unarmed. Yeah. It's the plan, though. Like the planning part. Luna, yeah, agreed. That's the plan part. Fane, you had bad storms last night. We had a bunch of storms roll through. None were bad, but still kept me awake enough. Anna Hartman, it's your birthday today. Happy 38th birthday to you. Well, we're celebrating another birthday today, too. Tony Spark turns the big 3-3 tomorrow. So this is the birthday stream. This is the Tony Spark birthday stream right here. Tony Spark stream. It is palpable energy, man. We got all kinds of birthdays going on here. We might as well just do this right now. Doing the happy, gosh, heck of a happy birthday. That's how we're starting this thing out right now. We're doing it right now. Let me move this real quick.
Wow.
33. You said wow? Wow, you're an old man now. I can't even remember when I was 33. Shut up. Shut up, Tony.
You know I can only dish it out.
Hey, and look what else we got going on today, ladies and gentlemen. Tater Vision has returned. Yeah, we are matching. But Tater Vision is in play today too. If you weren't on the Monday night stream, which is supposed to be Sunday night, but that was Ava's birthday. We did it Monday night. Introduced Tater Vision. Still not the final name for it. However, it is back. It is back in play. Tater.
Yes.
One gorilla versus 100 dudes. Who's winning?
I've seen gorillas, so I'm gonna go with the gorillas.
Tater went with the gorilla. But look, with no other information, it's like our game where we vote based on title alone, right? You don't know that these dudes have a plan. You don't know that they don't, but you don't know that they do. The plan is survive. Yeah, okay. The tot cam.
Is there a woman that's in charge, or is it just the men?
No, good point. Tater, if there's one woman in charge of the 100 dudes, one woman in charge of the 99 dudes, then we've got a shot. We got a shot then. Jenny, you missed Monday night, but yes, you're here for the candy cam? Heck yeah. We will have Tony Spark up here today. We'll have Candy Thunder up here today. The first unlock we're going to do on the TikTok side is to get Candy Thunder up here. Also, YouTube side, we have a goal of 10 supers 5 and up, which unlocks a spicy story with Candy Thunder feedback. Myra says the gorilla will win. Urban Insanity, Bare Knuckle Brawl, then Gorilla for sure. I think it's the planning part of it. And no.
Tony doesn't want a cam.
You don't want the Tony cam?
No, so Tony doesn't want a camera.
Ted Cam 3000.
He catches RBF.
RDF.
No, RBF. 100%.
Hey, Cake the Rogue is on the YouTube side today. TikTok wouldn't load at work. Remember, for 5 months over there. Hey, Caden Thunder, would you mind grabbing those the artwork squares, the little canvas squares off of that table? I meant to have them set up on the stream, but Cake the Rogue sent us something super cool we got to show off to you guys here. And then we'll get started, shall we? Caden Thunder, 100 men with sporks in each hand. Totally radical, dropping the 5, said it doesn't matter who wins as long as everyone has fun. I'm sure it would be gobs of fun for everybody. Gobs. Girl gorilla or a boy? I'm thinking male, like a silverback, like a big old dude gorilla. Hey, Cake the Rogue made these little canvas things for us. And the cool thing is these are just like my Stream Deck buttons, right? So I was like, what if I made these little pressure sensitive switches behind these and had like a big grid set up back here, and I could actually punch the buttons and it would change the scenes like my Stream Deck does. Look, I got freaking Bizzo. Got the whole ASCON scale here. Stinking cool, Cake the Rogue. Thank you so much. Here's the personal favorite. We don't have a button for this one yet, but now we got to. The Princess Navy.
It's so cute.
I think we can come up with an animation for that one too. I think so. Crimson, love when gifts turn into hobby projects. Yeah, it's so cool. It's so sticky. Well, we get a lot of those. It's freaking awesome. Hey, Candy Thunder dropping bolts already here. Karen Shaper Cutter, Quiet Knitter, Jerry Hill, Anna Maria Ortiz, Candy CLKB, Quiet Knitter, Jerry Hill again, Jennifer Jaco, Anna Maria dropping the 70 bolts, Wendy Johnson Burrell with the Heart Me, Charlotte Arnold dropping the 472 bolts. Goodness. Elise, Emily Ray, Atlas in a Bath, Charlie Diego, Amaldine Shepard, Dalia Santa, Amaldine Shepard again there, Bailey Chapman dropping the 375 with the Heart Me, Tiff Talk official with the GOAT, Aunt Sue dropping the 26, Anna Hartman, Aunt Sue again there, Sue Missy, Ariel, Janine Benham, Fane, Anna Hartman dropping the hundo, heck yeah. Jennifer Jago with the 68, Mama Says So, Atlas in a Bath, Overkill, MBM Forest, Karen Shaper Cutter, you guys are awesome. That Alaska Girl dropping bolts now too, Dahlia Santa dropping some as well. Thank you all so much. Greatly appreciate the love as we get started here. Welcome to the gosh heckin' birthday stream for Tony Spark. There are so many birthdays this time of year. I don't know what it was in the water 9 months. What is 9 months back from this point? But like everybody's birthday is right now. And it's wild. It is wild. But today we celebrate the man with the legend, Tony Spark. In all of his glory and splendor. And this is the first stream that he's back from DC for, so I'm sure he's got some stories for us, you know what I mean? Hey. He's very excited. Yeah. He's very excited to be back from DC. Coming up, we have stories about keeping best friends' secrets, being a replacement daughter, exes and blending families, offers for free trips, breakups over engagement rings, refusing to plan 2 weddings. We also have a spicy story, a story with feedback from Tony Spark, and a cake story. We got a full smorgasbord going on today. First goal is 4K bolts on the Candy Thunder side to get her up here. On the YouTube side, we have a super goal of 10 supers, 5 and up to start for a spicy story with Candy Thunder feedback. It is Tony Sparks' birthday live today. To celebrate his 33rd birthday, we have a likes goal of 330K likes. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you're tapping that screen to like the stream on the TikTok side. We also have a shares goal on the TikTok side of 15 hundo, and the meter goal bar things are up there again. So they are up there. We'll be tracking it as we go. A couple of notes before we dive in. A brand new episode of The Imperfect Storms comes out this coming Sunday at noon Central Time. Episode 2, Tater Rooney. Finally got her done. A reminder today, keep chat positive and respectful. Everybody, of course, is allowed to have their own opinion. We want you to share that opinion, but it costs absolutely nothing to be a DFHB and to be respectful and to not stir shit. So just don't do that. And above all, don't spoil stories or you'll get your butt muted. Lastly, ball is moving forward on our TikTok Live creator agency. If you are somebody who has an interest in going live, or you go live and you have an interest in growing that, you may want to think about joining up on our team. If you have an interest in that, you can shoot us an email at collabs, that's COLLABS, at dusty-thunder.com, and we will shoot you some more information on it. With that, get out your gosh heckin' brooms. Get out your brooms. She's disappearing. Doing the elevator. Doing the elevator.
Help you back up.
Jenny, you remember the live? What do you mean gonna have to help me back up? What? I'm not that old yet. Sometimes I am. Sometimes.
You said you felt
I do feel old. I was up almost all night. Beyond dropping the 5 said, I got the package y'all sent. Thank you. I'll be opening it after I finish finals as a motivational treat. Nice. Glad it showed up for you. And that's smart. Also, that takes some freaking willpower to be like, I received this package. I will not open it until I accomplish X goal to reward myself.
I wouldn't know what that's like.
We just tear into it as soon as it shows up, right? Ann Bracker dropping the 5 says, as we say in the Thunder fam, happy gosh heckin' birthday, Tony Spark. Beyond dropped another 5. Unless it's just repeating the same thing for me, but it looks different. Thank you for the duplicate super there. I appreciate that. That Alaska girl dropping bolts, getting ready to hit 300 there. Aunt Sue, Crystal Williams, Amy Castro, Angela, Joyce Brown. That Alaska girl again, Serena Frank, Tabitha, Joyce, Angela. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the love. Let's dive into some stories. Mel J. Wolf, member for 21 gosh heckin' months, says, happy birthday, Tony. Amanda Derrick, did we get a package of ornaments around New Year's?
Yeah, we put them on our
We did.
office tree.
Yeah, they're on our office tree.
It's not out right now. It's not Christmas right now.
I was looking for the tree, like, is it still up? Yeah, we have it. And if we didn't message you back there, I apologize. Yeah. Thank you so much. They were stinking cool.
Yeah, we put them in our meeting area.
Yep, they will be displayed at the holidays every year here. Amy Castro quietly repackaging my stickers so I can create a motivational moment before opening. There you go. Gamma Bar, it is tomorrow. Tony Sparks' birthday is tomorrow, but we're celebrating today. All right, let's dive in, shall we? Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with a story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for not telling my 2 best friends each other's secrets before they started dating? We can do a poll on this one. Do you want me to start it or you want to start it? Look, we got Tater Vision popped up here. She's starting the poll for us here. You can't do it?
I don't have mod duty.
Okay, I will, I'm on it. I could do it. I just,
reopen TikTok.
I'm on it. Started. Poll has started TikTok side. 1 minute. Clock is ticking. Am I the astronaut for not telling my 2 best friends each other's secrets before they started dating? I mean, hell. You know what I'm going to do? But everybody sucks here. You got 2 friends who have asked you or sworn you to secrecy about something, and then they're both pissed at you for not breaking that oath for the other person. Like, everybody sucks here. I don't know about you, OP. I don't know if you're an asshole yet or not. But I think that you got caught up in a stupid situation, and I'd say both your friends suck. Thoughts?
I don't know. ESH.
You're going ESH as well? Okay.
I don't know.
It's not your place. NTA Karen says, beyond dropping the 20 bomb, says, Merry birthday, Tony. They grow up so fast. They do grow up so fast. Thank you for the love.
Love you, son.
Michelle Stanford, you made it. Woo! You just grow up so fast. NTA took it with 70% of the vote here. We'll find out. One last time, am I the astronaut for not telling my two best friends each other's secrets before they started dating? So I, 27 male, have two best friends, a guy and a girl, who didn't know each other until I introduced them a few years ago. I've known them separately for a long time and know a lot of their personal secrets, which they confided in me in trust. They hit it off after hanging out with me once and eventually started dating. I was genuinely happy for them at the time. Fast forward a few years and things went south. They both found out personal things about each other that I already knew, and now they're both mad at me. My female best friend had been previously married, and my male best friend is a virgin. He was furious that I didn't tell him, saying we would have never dated someone who wasn't also a virgin. On the flip side, she found out that he's a porn addict, which was something that he confided in me, and she's disgusted by it. She says if she had known earlier, she wouldn't have gotten into a relationship with him. Now, instead of being upset with each other, they're blaming me for wasting their time by not disclosing these things up front. But I never told either of them the other secrets because I didn't think it was my place to do that. They trusted me, and I didn't feel like I had the right to betray that trust. Still, now I'm the bad guy in both of their eyes. So, am I the astronaut for not telling them each other's secrets, knowing well they would never date if they knew beforehand? Okay, wait, that's an important note here, right? Books, Coffee, Tea, thanks for the travel in the U.S. That was a super cool one. Also, Dizzy Cat, rejoining the fam. Heck yeah, in that gosh hecked fam. Well, then don't leave it in the dock.
You know he's wrong.
You dick. Okay, no, this is not your fault, OP. I'm gonna go ahead and make the official determination here. This is an NTA for you. No, it's not your. This is absolutely your fault. Yeah, I'm Ron Burgundy. I'm gonna read whatever is in the doc. I can sometimes edit in my head on the fly, but my brain ain't there today. It's NTA for you, but your friends suck. Your friends suck bad. Now, the last line does maybe change things a little bit. Knowing full well they would never date if they knew beforehand. Like, yeah, that's information that would be a deal breaker for either of them. However, it's still not your freaking place, right? And if there are things that are deal breakers for each other, those are things they need to communicate with the other party ahead of time, right? They can't make a commitment to someone, then later on change their mind because they're discovering things about each other and then blame it on you. That's not how this works. That's just not taking accountability at all. That's just being immature. Also, what are you, the fucking Carfax of dating people? Like, you're supposed to give them a full freaking report of all maintenance that has been done and all baggage that's included in this? Sorry, they didn't come with a window sticker. That is not your job. And in your position, I would tell both of your friends to F off here. I'd be like, screw you. I'm sorry, you're not going to put that shit on me. Carry your own baggage. It is not my fault. If this was that important to you, you should have had that conversation with them ahead of time and been like, hey, are you a virgin? Oh, no? Okay. In what other relationship that your friend had, like, would they not have had that conversation if it wasn't that big of a deal? They hit it off. They started dating. You did not make that decision for them. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Magic drop. You didn't notice your boyfriend has socks at his computer? Ah! Gross. 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 Beth Bars, Callie Knight, Amy K. Ferris. Thanks for the love. Books, Coffee, Tea again with the travel in the U.S. Thank you so much. Minions Den, Shaz, Bailey Chapman dropping the 175. Shaz Sveja. Trisha G. Cindy subscribing for the first time. Welcome to the gosh heckin' fam. Heck yeah. Hey, we're at 2200 or 4K on the Bolt Skull right now. Tater Rudy.
Hi.
Thoughts on this? Do you want to jump up? Yeah, come on, jump up. It's Tater Thoughts time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Hey, Faith Reacts, dropping the 10, said, if you have deal breakers for dating, I need to tell that person that you want to date. It's their problem. There you go. It's their problem.
I feel like we can say it all together. Misplaced blame, because
Misplaced blame. Oh, I thought we were actually saying it all together.
Good job. They're just looking to blame someone besides themselves, because honestly, I feel like you should be upfront if you were married and divorced, but also you should be upfront that you want to be with someone who has never had sex before. So I feel like, and then you should be upfront if you knowingly have a problem. If you knowingly have that problem, you probably shouldn't be getting into a relationship anyway. So that one's on you, buddy. But no, I don't think it's your friend's. You're like, by the way, I just want you guys to know he comes with this baggage. It's not manageable, but that's what he comes with. And then this one comes with a large side of fries and also this baggage. Like, that's not your job as a friend to tell people secrets. That's not how it works. They told you that because they had trust in you and because they felt comfortable with you, and then they want you to betray that trust so that they could find out that they weren't compatible. And that's what dating is about, to find out if you're compatible. But I mean,
the only way OP could be the astronaut here is if they made this match intentionally, and they were just like, look, I'm gonna get my virgin corn addict friend and my divorcee friend together and pop the popcorn and just wait and see what happens.
Which is not what happened.
No.
They found each other on their own, and OP happened to know them both. And so she is not the asshole for this. They willingly went into the relationship.
Why did you let me date that person? Oh, you know what? People, okay, first of all, when people start seeing people and they're in the honeymoon phase and they're blinded by love or lust or their rose tinted glasses, whatever it is, they aren't going to hear you anyway. You cannot wave them off. You can't be like, hey, warning signs. Like, they don't want to hear it.
Right. Elise said not to be judgy, but having a corn addiction and her needing to, and then the partner needing to be a virgin is an odd thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a thing. I'm confused by that. I think more than I'm confused. I'm just confused by the whole thing about how these two people found each other, got through the dating part in the beginning, and didn't tell the things that made them who they are. Like, I don't know. I feel like they both went into it with not being truthful and not being honest and not communicating, and they expected a relationship to like bloom from that, and it's...
How long were they together? A few months? Is that what they said?
A few years.
Wait.
They were together for years. Fast forward a few years and things went south.
How long did it take them to actually talk? What were they doing for the entirety of their relationship before they finally started talking about like who they were as people?
No, I think the last line made it seem like she knew that they wouldn't be good together, but that's not your place to say that. They found each other on their own. It's not your place to go to two of your friends and be like, you guys suck as people. You shouldn't be together. Or I know this about you and this about you and you're not compatible. You can't do that as a person, because in that way you are an asshole. They're going to judge you for that. They're going to judge you for not telling the secrets. So your best bet is to be hands off from the relationship.
Yeah. Now, if one of them was your bestie and another one was an acquaintance, maybe that would be different. But you have two people that are your best friends here. Two people in equal regard for you. Yeah. Like, you cannot place one above the other.
No. If you don't know after years that someone is addicted to something or someone has been married, like, that's 100% on the people in that relationship, not on anyone outside of it. She didn't hook them up.
It took 3 years to find out that she had been married. Dude, what were you guys doing?
I feel like you should ask the tough questions.
I don't think they talked. They just sat in and watched corn together, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what they were doing. I feel like that wasn't talking.
If you wanted to be in a relationship with someone who had no prior sexual partners, that is something you talk about in the first couple of meetings. Like, that is something that you bring up. That is a requirement. That is something you bring up before you get into a relationship. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hands off.
That's like a, I don't know. Seems like a really early conversation that you would be having. Be like, by the way, I'm only interested in moving forward in this relationship if you are untainted, whatever the word is. tainted probably isn't the right choice of words there. Faith reacts dropping another 10 unless they have a criminal record or known to be a danger. Keep mouth shut. There you go.
There it is.
Yeah, if you got somebody
Those
who
the
comes from like
factors.
an abusive relationship or something, yeah. This is just the first story I've seen. We had a bunch of people show up and ask what story we were on. That was just the first one. We're still rocking and rolling here. Also, I believe it was, let me scroll back up and find real quick. Auntie Cindy, I saw your comment here. It said, put your videos on YouTube every night to go to sleep, which I don't end up doing until I turn it off. So I'll try to be more calm and soothing for you here, right? Try to be more calm and soothing. Hey, we're at 3K of 4K on the nose of the bolt goal right now to get Candy Thunder up here just to chat, not necessarily for feedback. And then also we're at 7 of 10 already on the YouTube side to unlock a spicy story and Candy Thunder feedback. Quick Navy tidbit, because I used a voice that was really similar to something that we do. Whenever I'm taking her to school in the morning and she sees cars in front of us, she says, "Daddy, can we chase cars?" And what we do is if there's a car in front of me, I'm not speeding up or anything. I'm just staying behind them and I'm like, "Hey, you in the silver van, where you going? Are you going to work? You going to school? Are you going to Target? What are you doing?" So we just play this game. And then if they end up turning off, then we chase the next car that's in line there. But she wants me to use that voice sometimes. And she just gets a kick out of it. I don't know why.
I have a question for you.
You have a question for me?
Do you play Snow Patrol chasing cars while you chase
Oh,
cars?
we do not play Snow Patrol chasing cars. You know what we play while we're playing this game.
I would play chasing.
We play songs from Moana 2 in different languages.
She sings them.
Yeah, she's learning. She's got the majority of the opening song in German like nailed down. Yeah, I don't know.
Sure, it'll come in handy.
It's interesting. Quick musical break here while we get ready for our next story. Allie with the heart me, Natalie and Kansas Kitty dropping a lightning bolt. D. Thompson, Natalie and Kansas Kitty dropping more. They're including the popular vote. Joyce Brown dropping 203 of the bolts. Real Broad, good to see you. Dropping the heartbeat there too. Adventures with Pam, Larissa, Real Broad again. Meg Blystone, Adventures with Pam. Joyce Brown, Pam Carr. Joyce Brown dropping the 290 as planted with the It's Corn. Aptly timed there. Aunt Sue, Auntie Cindy with the heart me. Jody, Joyce Brown, Addie Nicole Skittles. Thank you all so much for the love. Juju Girl, I see you there too. Atlas in the bath, little ditty. Sing a little ditty about Jack and Diane. Yeah, that's where that comes from, right? Surely. What's up, Lauren? Stories to fall asleep to? Oh yeah, stories to fall asleep to. I need to do some more of those. I need to add to that repertoire. All right, next story. Ready? Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with yet another story for you. This one is titled, "Am I the astronaut for telling my neighbor I am not her replacement daughter?" I'll start a poll here. You got the poll? Wait, I thought you said you couldn't.
I reset it.
I'm so confused.
I reset it.
Am I the astronaut for telling my neighbor I am not her replacement daughter? Poll has begun. TikTok side, 1 minute, upper left-hand corner. YouTube side, please vote with a comment. I'm going into yay on this. Going into yay because, like, if you got to a point where you felt compelled to say that, there was a reason that you were uncomfortable, right? So I'm going into yay. It very well could be ESH, Callie. Could be. Haley, good morning there in Australia. It's an Aussie good morning for you. Tess, you also fall asleep to my reading? I still don't know how to take that. I think it's a compliment. Having a voice soothing enough that people can fall asleep to, but also people being like, yeah, every time you talk, I just fall right to sleep. I'm like, I do have to do some like exciting voiceovers for commercials and stuff. So it's not all dull and droning. You know what I mean?
You're never dull and drony.
Angela, it's been raining for 3 stinking days. It's we're flood status here. It's not actively flooding where we are, but if the rain keeps going, we may get there. We may get there. Vicky, on Sundays, you fall asleep during the live a lot? Tone and pace for the stories, Elise. Gotcha. It's like, it's safe. Miriam's Wellspring, yeah, it's safe. Springfield K-Ball, and yeah, Springfield did get hit hard. I've seen some footage. And that was the one that went through yesterday. After it passed us, man, that was wild. The ones that came through last night weren't anywhere near, but it was like wave after wave after wave after wave. And there were like 10 waves in a row. It's like, my goodness. That's whenever I was like, okay, I'm getting the flood barriers out. Frickin' weather. Frickin' weather. Hey, Tabitha, welcome to the Gosh Heck and Fam on the TikTok side. We got a new member of the fam, y'all. Jenny Lee, thanks for the love over there. 66% voted NTA. Let's dive in. I-20 female have a neighbor who lost her daughter in an accident 4 years ago. I have lived next to her most of my life, and we used to be relatively close. These guys have a history of crossing boundaries and just being weird. After the funeral, she kept making remarks about how similar I was to her daughter, and her husband had to jump in at one point and say that I'm not her and I am my own amazing person. She kept on trying to invite me over to hang out with her in the backyard every summer, too. In August of 2024, the neighbor was drunk in her garage, and I was talking to her when she called me her replacement kid. I didn't say anything because what the hell are you even supposed to say in that situation? I don't think you say anything. I think you just turn around and walk away. You're like, that was awkward. And then she started acting like my mother in the same summer when I was living alone, always asking where I was going and who I was going with whenever I left the house. I told her nicely to stop and that she was not my parent. She did stop for a while. And then she started saying that I was like a daughter to her and was always trying to hug me every time I saw her, and that made me really uncomfortable. At Christmas time, I got a long text from her basically trauma dumping about words are hard, about how her other daughter is in the hospital and how her cat has an ear infection, and she attached a very graphic photo of a severely bruised stomach. I did not want to see any of that. I did not want to be the person she keeps using as an emotional crutch. She refuses to get help to get over the death of her daughter and keeps trying to use me as a therapist. I told her this over text. I am very sorry that you've had a rough month, but the last message was such an inappropriate thing to be texting me. You should not be trauma dumping on your 19-year-old neighbor. I am not your therapist, nor your family. I certainly did not want to see the photo of what I assume is your daughter's bruised stomach, and I am certain she doesn't appreciate you telling people her private business. Lastly, I need to make this so clear. I am not your kid. There is no our beautiful girl. I am not your daughter, and it has been making me and my parents so uncomfortable every time you've said that. I am not your replacement daughter's name, no matter how much you want me to be. The fact that you actually said that to me one night was insane. Wishing you a better new year. I heard nothing back from her until yesterday, where she decided it was a good idea to flip me off and stare me down as I was getting in my car with my friend. We were confused but left it alone because whatever. But when we came home, she started yelling, douchebag, at me and yelling at me about how I would never be like her dead daughter and how much better than me she was. Should I have called the cops for harassment? Should I just ignore her? She's obviously very hurt that I kicked out the emotional crutch she had been using me as I do feel bad for her, but I will not allow her to keep using me as a therapist and making me uncomfortable.
Whoa.
She did not appreciate your boundaries, that's for sure. Yell back, psycho, Tiny.
I want to yell back therapy.
Therapy. That's a really uncomfortable situation to be in. And now the thing you have to worry about is escalation, right? I mean, you tried telling her nicely a few times, like, hey, I'm not your kid, right? You've tried the nice route, and eventually a line was crossed where you had to be like, okay, lady, waving a flag, and I'm going to firmly reinforce this boundary. Now, there wasn't like if you do this again, then this, right? There wasn't like a consequence attached to anything. It was basically like just stop. Just stop. You've made me uncomfortable. Stop. And she obviously didn't appreciate that at all. She's flipping you off. She's yelling at you now. Escalation would be my concern, right? She has no fear of repercussions right now at all. So maybe it does come to a point where you have to do an RO or something like that. I think now is the point where you have to make sure that you are collecting evidence. Write down every encounter. If you have security cameras or have the capacity to put security cameras up, put them up. Like, start ensuring your safety now. Take any kind of measures that you feel comfortable taking to ensure your safety and document everything. But this is not okay. It's not okay. Okay, the effulgent one, I thought this too. When she was under 18, OP's mom should have had a gentle talk with a neighbor. Why aren't the parents jumping in here and being like, hey, you are making my child feel uncomfortable? I don't care if the kid's 19. It started happening earlier on, before she was 19. Like, this is not an area where I'm like, okay, honey, I know it's awkward, but just deal with it. You'll be okay. No. This is an area where I'm like stepping in as a parent. Stepping in. How many people think OP went too far responding as firmly as she did? Peanut Gallery.
No. I
No.
think OP was set up. I understand. And she did try to kindly tell her these things. And then she proceeded to go further instead of backing off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
because she went too far, it would make anyone uncomfortable
Yeah.
to try to, like, knowing that you can't replace that person and knowing that's what they're grieving. And for that to be put on you is a lot, especially at 19.
It would be a lot at
So
19.
I think for 19, she handled it for her age.
Agreed. Yeah, she handled it really well for her age at 19. But the parents' lack of involvement concerns me. Escalation is my main concern here. Kelly Kell says, I don't think OP went far enough. And maybe it's the, like, okay, I've created or I've alerted you that you've made me uncomfortable. I can't really say that I've created a boundary because there's no consequence attached to it.
I'm pissed at her parents for not helping her, for not handling
Tater's
her.
pissed.
Like, her parents should have stepped in and stopped this.
Tracy, we did have candy cam. I just got to get a microphone over there now. And I know you can kind of hear her, but it still hurts my soul. We need a microphone.
If someone did this to our child, you would be.
They wouldn't have the opportunity to have another conversation with the child.
blazing pissed if
Yes,
somebody put
I
this
would be
trauma
marching
on
over there immediately. We'd be having a long conversation, and
You'd be kind, but you would stop it.
Yes, I would be kind, but I would stop it. I would seek to understand the situation, and I would make sure that they understood the situation of the line that they had crossed, and make sure that they understood the repercussions if they crossed that line again.
Right.
That's a boundary.
Yes, you would have. You're very. I'm protective on the small stuff, but if there's big stuff,
Faithful.
you're the big guns. You're the
I'm the big daddy.
big daddy. I don't like that.
You don't like calling me big daddy?
I don't like it. I don't
Navy Thunder, hey. No, ma'am. Please don't stand up on that couch, honey. Doing freaking gymnastics over there. I just glance up. I don't know what she's doing. I had to go big daddy mode. It happens. Yeah, Joyce, dual thunders. Split screen. Hey, we're at 3160 or 4K right now on the bulk goal. We need to hit 4K so we can get Candy Thunder up here. And to give you a preview of what's coming up after that, goal-wise on the TikTok side, after that, we're going to unlock a cake story and Tony Sparks' birthday appearance. Does that say birthday suit appearance? I'm looking at the dock. I don't know that I have like my pixelation filter ready, but I can make it work. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. After that, we're gonna unlock Tony Spark feedback on a story and confetti. Then we get Caden Thunder out here and a spicy story. Then we're getting to Sharkhead and Candy Thunder feedback. On the YouTube side, we're still at 7 to 10. We're gonna unlock a spicy story and candy feedback once we hit that. Then we're gonna unlock Sharkhead or Helmet. Then Top Gifter AMAs. We got some work to do, y'all. We got some fun stuff coming in. Elise, you fell off the couch at 3 or 4 and got 13 stitches in your forehead. What? We do, sweet memories. We have lots of microphones. I just don't have that one hooked up yet. I don't have it moved over
I
yet.
feel like you can hear me.
You could sort of hear you, but Caden Thunder and I talked about it this morning, and he's the one editing this, and like it's hard to hear you.
Okay. I try to be loud.
I understand, but the mic's right here, and you're right there. You're way over there. See, it is from here all the way to here. It's a long way to go. And you're not exactly a boomer vocally.
No. Stanley is nice.
Ms. H8, so annoyed that you can't do pick and pick mode. People keep texting you and you get back further. Oh, darn it. Darn it. You can do that on the YouTube side, I believe. You can keep the video playing while you're doing other stuff, right? You're hearing her better this time than you have in the past. Well, normally she's like 3 feet further away, but now we put her at the end of the desk, and she's closer now. All right, we ready for the next story here? Story 3, is that correct? 3560, 3601. We're going to hit that 4K in this story here. There we go. Noel says, hey, long-time listener, first-time caller. What's up? Glad to see you here. Welcome to a stream. We are here every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Time and every Sunday, almost every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Time. Hatter dropping the Tim Bomb on the YouTube side. Said, everybody please send Hatter all your patience. Hatter is having a terrible week. Got locked out on Sunday. No hot water on Monday. Will be raining Thursday, so no work for Hatter. Dang! That's a week. All the vibes. Care Bear stare. Coming out to you. Things will turn around. Noel, listen to every morning when you're getting ready for work. That's awesome. Super cool. I know there are so many people out there that we never hear from that enjoy the content, and I'm so glad to hear from you. Super cool. All the vibes, Hatter. You got this. You got this. You know what? In spite of this week being bullshit, you're still going to kick its ass. How about that? How about them apples? All right, next story. Here we go. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder once again with another story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for telling my ex-husband his newest children are nothing to me and my extended family? Seems a bit abrasive, doesn't it? Would you like to start a poll for us, Tater? Poll beginning. Am I the astronaut for telling my ex-husband his newest children are nothing to me and my extended family? Okay, now it's ex-husband who now has new kids and is what, trying to push them on to OP? And so I don't know. It sounds like an abrasive thing to say though, doesn't it? It's potentially asshole-ish. I'm going to go ask on 3. This is a guess. It's a complete guess. It's probably an NTA, but I'm going to ask on 3. Should have done it differently. Not could have, but should have done it differently. Potential ESH, potential NTA, potential all over the place. Nobody likes the new kids on the block. That's what she's saying. Callie, you're breaking your ESH streak for this one. Kay Turner, it's abrasive if she said it to the kids, but if she said it only to the ex, it's not abrasive. It's the truth. Kay Turner, entirely possible. Lauren, heck yeah, all the vibes. You got a job interview tomorrow. Go crush it. Crush it. Yoko, the title was, am I the astronaut for telling my ex-husband his newest children are nothing to me and my extended family? Crushing that job interview. Jenny with the ice cream cone, you play the Dusty Thunder compilation list on Spotify? Heck yeah. That's the way to go. You can take me on the road with you. Take me on the road trips and all the things. Hey, 3721 and a 4K on the bolts. We're rocking Naturally ABD, Candyland, Charlie Diego, Shenanigans, Charlie Diego again, Justina, Jerry, Naturally ADB, dropping all kinds of lightning bolts there. Christina Merlin Official. I'm sorry. Christina Merlini Official. Heidi, Asplunda, Kimberly, Asplunda again, Eli dropping the hundo bows, Jennifer Jago, thank you so much for the love. Poll is over. 45% went NTA. Much less, but still the winner. Let's dive in. My ex-husband and I share custody of our 2 children, 12 and 10. Our marriage ended in a way that caused a lot of conflict and resentment. He turned somewhat emotionally abusive when he told me he was done, and he said he found me disgusting and repulsive, and that he had wanted to cheat so many times because why the thought of sticking it in me made him want to puke.
Oh, fuck. Dear wow.
Dear wow?
Dear wow.
Dear wow.
That's fucking mean.
That is pretty freaking mean.
It's like that title earlier.
Wow. Fuck, dude. I'm sure you're just a peach.
He had been off for a little while prior to that, but the outburst was unexpected. It was unsettling because he had brushed off his mood as work stress, and then he just unleashed all of that stuff onto me. He later confessed to cheating twice. Any hope for us to be friendly after the divorce ended with how he ended things. My family all hate him for how he spoke to me, but the kids don't know. I never wanted to drag them into this, and once he wasn't treating them the same way, I was happy that they weren't mixed up in everything. After a couple of years, my ex-husband tried to act like nothing bad had gone down, but I put some firm boundaries in place. I do not answer social calls or text, and eventually got a co-parenting app in place to make communication better. I still can't block him, but it means I don't need to respond via text at all. I just found out co-parenting apps are a thing.
Just now?
No, like yesterday morning, or yesterday afternoon when I was recording VIP exclusive stories, it was mentioned in there that co-parenting apps were a thing, and I was like, what?
Yeah, it's all
Does that mean you can only communicate through that?
Yeah,
Yes.
or yeah, it's like everything is controlled through there, so you don't have to. It's cool. That's a smart thing. Let's create a duplicate of that app and just call it acquaintance, and it's just for people that you really don't want to communicate with, but like you have to in some form or fashion. He attempted to act all buddy-buddy when his new wife was expecting their first child together, and he even tried to suggest my extended family could come to the baby shower. None of them were ever going to, and I certainly wasn't, but he's had this weird expectation for a while. Well, yeah, he wants everybody to give him gifts. He wants everybody to gift for his new baby, but no, there's no consequence for his behavior. This bubbled over recently when we were attending a meeting with our youngest child's teacher. My ex-husband complained that my parents had seen him, his wife, and all the kids in public but hugged ours and kept things distant with him, his wife, and their children together. He said they were already walking away, but one of his younger kids wanted a hug. He said they never make the effort to be in his younger kids' lives, and he complained that I never make the effort either. He said we're all one family in some way or another. What the? No, you're not! No, you're not! Wait a second. So he's mad at you for not putting in effort to have a relationship with children that you have nothing to do with? And he's mad at your family for not making that effort either? I'm sorry, that's not how blended families work. It's not like reverse compatible. It's not like our exes we expect to like invite our blended kids over to their family. No, that's not how this works. That's not how this worked at all.
The fucking audacity. To
All
say
the audacity.
that to some woman and then to be like, love me. Be in my kids' lives and be their auntie, even though I told you you repulse me. What the fuck, dude?
Look. I mean,
Fucking audacity.
I'm still grossed out by the thought of sticking it in you, but you could be the cool aunt for sure.
Oh my god. I'm just going to go find another woman and then it'll be fine.
Yeah, now it's cool because I don't have to stick it in you anymore.
Ugh.
Okay, yeah, audacity. You got that one. This is where I might have been an asshole because I told him his newest children are nothing to me and my extended family. That yes, they are the half siblings of my kids, but I'm not their aunt or their kind of mom figure or their family friend. I told him that he destroyed any chance for friendship with how he treated me, and my family wasn't going to forget it either. We did not talk again about it during the meeting or after. I left immediately. But my ex-husband has texted repeatedly since then, telling me how wrong it is to consider his children nothing, and how our kids must be picking up on it because they treat each other better than the younger kids. This was the first I heard of it, but the repeated texts have gone unanswered by me, but I could see where I may have been in the wrong to say that. So, am I the ass-ca-not?
Nope.
Not. No. You know what? We hit a boat goal. What perfect time to get Candy Thunder up here for some feedback. Tater thoughts. Let's rock and roll. Let me get some music going while we give some thanks for hitting this goal. We'll get a new one set up, and then we'll get Candy Thunder's feedback on this. Can I get a gift list from you, please? Gots to give all the love. Bow, bow, down, bow. In particular order here, we have A.K. Mary, Joycey Brown, Charlotte Arnold, Bailey Chapman, Jennifer Jago, Valenka, Anna Hartman, Aunt Sue, Adventures with Pam, Ane, Charlie Diego, Daisy Desserts, Crochet Delight, Juju Girl, Nakano Kirishima, Mama Says So, Amy Castro, Candy Thunder, Grammy Tabitha, Amaldine Shepherd, Sunless Healer, Real Broad Zuba, Krista Museum Girl, Naturally ADB, Martha Aguirre, Hernandez, Forest Fire Free, Atlas Hyacinth, Esplenda, Dahlia Santa, Skittles Mad, Jenny Lee, Short, Shandisi, Grammy23, Violet Green, Minions Den, Native Goddess, Natalie and Kansas Kitty, Elise Kutch, Serena Frank, MX Banners, and Risa. Thank you all so much for the love, helping us celebrate Tony's 33rd birthday today. Bro. We're celebrating today. Yeah. When are you celebrating? Are you going out tonight to celebrate, or is that tomorrow, or is that Friday? What?
Oh,
You're old? Unacceptable. Okay, we're gonna unlock Cake Story and Tony birthday appearance. With 33 hundo finger hearts. That's what we're going for right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pin that real quick, then we'll get Tater Thunder up here, and then we'll get caught up on supers on the YouTube side. Here we go. Hit the button again. Tater thoughts. What do you think here? I'll get back to her story. Bub it up.
I think that she was 100% in the right for saying what she said, because at the end of the day, regardless of whether or not he said this, the kids that he chooses to have with future partners, yes, you can have a relationship, but there's no requirement for a relationship. There's no one big happy family there. Could there be? Yes, but if he hadn't burned the bridge that he had burned, and that's what I think like reveals his more controlling asshole behavior, because he makes everything someone else's fault. Like the thought of you, I can't stick it in you because the thought of you makes me want to puke. So it's like, I cheated, and like, why do you think you feel that way, dude? You fucking cheated. And everything is not his problem. Everything else is not his fault. It's all on somebody else. It's her family's fault for not accepting his new kids. It's her fault for not accepting his wife and kids. It's her fault because he had to leave the marriage and cheat on her. Like, I feel like he's just an unaccountable, controlling asshole, in my opinion. What are you doing?
Sure change.
Okay. But I don't think she sucks at all. I don't think she did anything wrong in this situation than say, your kids are not my family. And I think if you're choosing to burn a bridge when you leave a relationship, it's going to take a long time to rebuild that bridge. And leaving a relationship in the way that he left it, knowing he was going to have to co-parent with this woman, was a shitty thing to do. You could have left your marriage without degrading a person. You could have left your marriage and said that I'm not happy and I want to go. You did not have to degrade this woman and tell her that she was a piece of shit and that you find her repulsive. Like those were choices that you made, and you are now living with the consequences of your choices.
I have a theory.
Yes.
His new wife, he doesn't know. She doesn't know how big of a piece of shit that he is. He knows why his ex isn't all buddy-buddy, but she doesn't. So I think this is passed along ire. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like this is annoyance that is passed to him from his new wifey that he is then transferring, and he's like, hey, why don't you? And just pretending like everything is okay, because that's the act that he has with his new wife. He's just keeping it up. And he's like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. What are you talking about? So like, why don't you guys? It's weird that you don't, right? Like, you're just not good people, I guess. Yeah. He burned that bridge, but his new wife does not know that. So he's keeping up the act of pretending that he did nothing wrong.
Right. I think, and yeah, the kids are not, they have no, there's no, yeah, it sucks for the kids because they could have more people that love them, but it's on the dad. He should not have burned the bridge. Knowing he was going to move forward, knowing he was going to have another relationship, knowing he wanted divorce, that's on the dad. You made your bed, you have to lie in it.
Here's the deal though. I mean, yeah, he burned the bridge. It's also on him to repair that. If he wants to have a civil kumbaya kind of experience, that's on him to build. Right. It's not, obviously there's not fertile ground for it right now, right? But if he wants that, planting those seeds and watering them is on him too. It's just pretending like nothing's wrong and being like, I'm so confused why this just doesn't happen. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yep, take accountability and then try again. But
doing a little bit of catch up over here. Hatter dropped the 10, said, X, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm disgusted by you. Also, X, why is your family treating my kids like garbage? My dude, you messed up with any type of relationship with your actions and words. Agreed. Beyond dropped the 10, said, I honestly wonder if it's audacity or genuine debilitating stupidity.
Yeah.
Brozo? Could be. Angel dropped the 10, said, my sister babysits her ex-husband's new kids. They attended events for all the kids together. One big happy family. Weird as shit sometimes, but it's great for the kids.
And I think that's
They truly
great.
have all the support.
I think that's wonderful. If you can have one big happy family, even better. The more the merrier.
Yeah.
But if having that big happy family is going to make you feel shitty about your life or about yourself and about your family, no, then you don't have to do that. That is not a requirement. Those kids have a mom and a dad. Those kids have grandparents on the dad's side or the mom's side. They have their family. But if hurting you is like, in order to have this big happy family that he wants is hurting OP, she has the right to say no. She doesn't, I don't have to go out into this world and love every kid that walks down the street just because I love kids. That's not on me. That's not on anyone in this world. My kids are mine because I chose to bring them into this world. They are my responsibility to make sure that they grow up happy, healthy, and loved. I'm not going to put that on someone else to take care of my kids in that way. Do I want that for them? Absolutely. But I'm not going to force that on anyone. That's not their job. It's my job because I'm the one that chose to bring them here.
Hey, Beyond Drop the 5 said the only thing that is her fault is letting this poo butt stick it in her in the first place. Calling him a poo butt is the best thing ever. That's
yeah. Poo butt.
I mean, this poo butt. Yeah. Listen, poo butt. Also, Barry, yeah, Yuppie burnt the bridge so he can drown in the river trying to get to the other side.
Right. That's a good question, Natalie. She said, does the new wifey's family treat his kids with his ex-wife like family?
That'd be interesting to find out.
I would be interested to know that as well. Interesting.
Very. What's up, kiddo? Navy Thunder's she's been wandering around, and I've been trying to keep an eye on her, but she's... Uh-oh. What is it?
It tastes good.
She put a fish in her water.
You put a goldfish cracker in your water? And now you're drinking it?
I think Goldie needs some...
There's backwash. It looks like fish food. Like, what in the world? What in the world? Angel, thank you for the heads up. I'm going to go back up and find it real quick. Lady Giraffe, member for 4 months, said packing for a weekend away, only to have a moment. There's a package on its way to you. The black one is for Dusty and the blue one's for Candy. Love y'all. Thank you so much. We'll keep an eye out for it. We love getting treats. Angel, member for 21 months, says best thing ever is the restricted friend option on Facebook. You can be nice and friend your coworkers, but they still only see your public profile. Interesting. Yeah, so is that the friendlies thing you were talking about? Friendlies, yeah. Friendlies, frenemies, something in that area? Yeah. A canon childhood event. There you go.
Yeah, she ate.
She ate what?
She was dipping her cracker.
Dipping her club crackers in yogurt. Look, like, I'm all about, like, eating things with crackers or a chip or, like, using that as a scooper. I'm all for that. She gets into some weird combinations. And you know what? Good for her for being adventurous in that. But then also, like, if we make something for dinner, she's still like, oh, I want mac and cheese. And so there's adventurous, and then there's adventurous when we want you to be. It's just not happening like that. All right, 12:55 of 33 hundo already on the finger hearts. We're almost halfway there. We're still plugging away on that on the TikTok side. As a reminder, we're going to unlock Tony Spark and a cake story with that one. Also, we're at 10 of 10. We have unlocked the spicy story with Candy Feedback on the YouTube side. So let me start another goal on that side. This one is going to unlock a shark head or a helmet. You guys can choose. And also, here, I'll get over there and show you in just a second. On the candy cam, I think you can actually see the options that we have available. Okay. Shark head. Okay, starting that goal. There we go. Spicy story time, y'all. Hey, Tater Rooney.
No, we're gonna do it.
Okay, we're gonna wait and do that when she gets back. She's getting ready to go meet Ava Thunder. What's Navy Thunder there? So you have unlocked it, but we will make good on that as soon as she gets back. In the meantime, we're at 1287 to 3300 on the finger hearts for the TikTok side, and we'll dive into story number 4. Story number 4. Crackers and yogurt, right? It's a little different. Angel is tomorrow. His actual birthday is tomorrow. But today is the celebration live. What's up, Dr. Sweets? I put chips on my sandwiches. I will, there's a lot of things that I'll eat with, like, scooping up with chips and stuff, but crackers and yogurt, I don't know about that one. Or goldfish dropped into water bottles. Nope. Angel dropping the happy poop for 10 jewels. Dropping all the happy poops over there on the YouTube side. Thanks so much, Miss Smiles. Welcome. And David Moxley, voice actor. Welcome as well. Glad to have you guys there. Chips on a burger? Absolutely. Dr. Sweets in the house. Yeah. Chips. Yeah, chips on any kind of sandwich. Legitimately. Nacho cheese Doritos, scooping up cottage cheese. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's really good. It's really good. It's very good. Very good. All the happy poops, Angel. Thank you. You heard the pch. Pch. All right, let's dive into our next story here. 1386 out of 33 hundo on Finger Hearts. Hey there, it is Dusty Thunder with another story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for offering my ex-wife and her boyfriend a trip using my vacation points? How dare you? Title again, am I the astronaut for offering my ex-wife and her boyfriend a trip using my vacation points? I'll start the poll for us here. Yeah, we used points to buy Candy Thunder's ex a flight. Come give me loves, Navy. 1 minute poll has started. Please vote in the interactive poll on the top left-hand corner, TikTok side, YouTube side. Please vote with a comment. Offered ex-wife and her boyfriend a trip using vacation points. Hi.
I put goldfish in my water.
Yeah, I know you put a goldfish in your water. Are you taking that Dusty Thunder keychain?
Yeah.
Are you taking it? You show it. Can you show it to the camera? Yeah, that's one of the things we do on Wheel of Thunder in VIP. Was this one yours?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you going to put your keys on it? Okay, you got to go with mommy. I love you. I'll see you in a little bit, okay?
Come on, sis.
You blow kisses?
Mwah.
There you go. Mwah. I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
Be good. You be good, Munchkin.
Will you come back?
Yes. Yep, I'll be home in just a little bit, kiddo. Goldfish in the water's just efficient. I like my crackers soggy. Majority is going NTA on here. Yep. The wild majority. I'm going to say 90-ish%, close to it. NTA. In the meantime, Skittles, Seawall Baby, dropping all the finger hearts there. Elizabeth dropping all the finger hearts there too. Joyce Brown, that Alaska girl, Jersey Blind Girl, Asplunda, Anastasia, Janice, United Snorts, Merca, Yvette, Rosie, Goober. Thank you guys. Thank you. Okay, so largely NTA here, and I'm right there with you. I forgot to vote, sorry. I see it. Puzzle time. That's a different puzzle. They're changing the puzzle up on me. Actually, looked like a pic of our studio. That was weird. NTA for me as well. She's training to be Joey Chestnut. Okay. I, 40 male, and my soon-to-be wife, 39 female, have a vacation package that we got X number of points per year to use to travel to resorts. My soon-to-be wife mentioned we should send my ex-wife, 44 female, and her new boyfriend, 45 male, away for a weekend using our extra points. I like how she said that. We should send them away. A little backstory here. We all get along just fine. Me and the ex have been divorced for a bit and get along great now that we're divorced. Everyone who knows us commends us on how well we co-parent and how they wish they could get along with their exes as well as we do. Her boyfriend was a friend of mine from back in the day and one of the best men I know. Very polite and a gentleman at all times. He is wonderful with my kids and overall is a good person. With that all said, I have a lot of extra vacation points that will expire soon, and with my ex-wife's birthday and Mother's Day so close together, we thought it would be a great idea to send her and her boyfriend to a resort for a long weekend. She's a school teacher, and school is almost out for the year, so her schedule is about to be wide open. So I texted her boyfriend and said what we would like to do for her and what we needed to do to make it work into his schedule. That way, if he needed to take vacation days or whatever, we could accommodate that before we booked it for her. Well, his response was not what I was expecting, and he declined the offer entirely because I'm not really into taking a vacation on my girlfriend's ex-husband's dime. I mean, I get it, but man, pride can really get in the way. In my mind, the trip was more for her to celebrate her birthday and Mother's Day at a resort for free, not really about how he felt about it. Also, it's not going to cost me anything because the points are already paid for and they're just going to expire. If anything, I lose money by them not taking the trip. Not trying to cause any issues. I just said I understand and will think of someone else to get her to celebrate or something else to get her to celebrate those days. So, am I the astronaut and did I cross an unwritten rule? I think it would be break an unwritten rule or cross an unspoken line or something like that. But this is just pride, right? Insecurity. It's insecurity. And maybe he has some kind of financial insecurity when it comes to comparing himself to OP. Maybe it's just a general insecurity. But I think he failed to see the forest for the trees here, and it's not about him. And now he can't deny that he's allowing his pride to make OP's ex, his now girlfriend, miss out on something really cool. She's going to miss out because of his pride, because he got butthurt, because he can't stand to have something provided by her ex. Then just ask her, Panda says. That's a good point. You know what, OP, like you could just go to her. I mean, yeah, you're going to cause more problems if you do that because he's already declined and you tried to make this more of a surprise, but knowing that she's going to miss out on it now, I mean, yes, it's going to create a lot more shit. But to be able to say, hey, just thought you should know I offered this and he declined. I think it's not my place to interfere here, but I wanted to let you know that we had tried to do this and see if maybe it's something you guys could talk about and get past. And if she found out after, she would be mad, Thoraya. I mean, you would be mad, right? Elise, LMFAO, I would send her without him then. Not a bad idea either. Let her choose who she wants to take. Just give her the two tickets, right? Zelda, I would love to go on a trip on someone else's time. It's an ex. Your partner's ex. That's what he's struggling with here. So he's got some kind of comparative insecurity. Let her be mad after, then it's not OP causing their issues. At that point, I wouldn't tell her. Christy, but then she still misses out, right? Boyfriend will be mad if ex wants to go. Alexandria, see if his wife wants to do a girls trip with her instead. Oh, okay. That's possible. That's possible. There are some potential solutions there that allow you to work around the butthurt current boyfriend. JD, dude sounds like he sees all gifts as handouts. Only if it comes from his partner's ex, though. Only if it comes from another dude that she saw naked at some point in her past. Miss Trash Cat, just pay for her, not him. Yeah, okay, but we have to at least acknowledge that, yeah, that's going to create more bullshit for them in their relationship, right? And OP doesn't want to do that, but I also don't think it's OP doing that. It's Brozo boyfriend here. I'm giving boyfriend the Brozo here. And OP, I'm giving you the official NTA here. It is not, no. Yes. How dare you try to give somebody a trip for free? You evil piece of trash. Nah. No, you found a button. You found an insecurity in him. And I really wonder if he would say that in front of her. He was having a man-to-man conversation with you. You guys know each other already, but he was having a man-to-man conversation with you, and now you know. He's got this deep insecurity there. Angel, dropping the 5, said, if my ex-dipshit wants to spend money on a trip for me and my hubby, let him. Well, then it's some kind of White Lotus thing, and they send you to some place where all hell breaks loose. Man to man. There you go, Joyce. Man. Do they have children together? Yeah. I don't know if the ex, I don't know if current boyfriend and OP's ex do. I know that OP and his ex, who the boyfriend is dating, they do. And he treats them really well. Yoparuski ding ding ding. That's X's masculine insecurities for 500 points. Tell her and let her invite a BFF. I think that's the way to go. Because ultimately, she's the one who gets hurt here by not getting to experience that. It's an opportunity cost. Is it the price that's daunting him? Snorts? Could be. I mean, it's points, though. It's points. And we were having some that we're going to roll off, too. So we used some for Ava's dad for a flight. Like, we have that ability. Why not? And if we're not going to use it, why not? And there was no, there's no weirdness there. There's no weirdness. The weirdness comes from insecurities, right? Hey, Aunt Sue, Melissa Elliott, Missy Elliott, Juju Girl, Mel Reads and Crafts, Abby Weston, Mandy, Janice 2014, Ana Maria Ortiz. Oh, the hearts with Rose there. Holly Elizabeth, Mandy, Abby Weston, Panda Heidi, Skittle, Seawall Baby, Drop of Finger Hearts, Elizabeth Joyce, That Alaska Girl, Jersey Blind Girl, As Plunda, Anastasia, Snorts, Yvette, Goober, Rosie, Snorts again there, Joanne Butthead, Kathy Steidl, Michelle, Coda Book Lover. We are at 1683 of 33 hundo on the Finger Hearts goal, which as a reminder unlocks a cake story and a Tony Spark birthday suit appearance. Birthday appearance, not birthday suit. I'm sorry, I keep reading that wrong. What? Oh, that's probably why we're not hitting the goal. It's not birthday suit. It's just a Tony Spark birthday appearance, not birthday suit. We're going to the quad. Going streaking. We're going streaking. Charlotte Arnold with the Figure Hearts. Vanessa, naturally ADB. Aunt Sue, Melissa Elliott. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate the love. Phil Hermit Fairy, he can afford it himself. He'd rather go. He can't afford it himself. He'd rather they not go. That's gross. Yeah. Angel says, are there maybe other expenses that would be incurred because of the trip? That's the only legitimate reason I can see to say no. Maybe, but the reason he gave was, I'm not real into taking a vacation on my girlfriend's ex-husband's dime. So the reason he gave was, I'm insecure. Put her on a platter. Chelsea Stevens, my ears perked up when I heard birthday suit. Our viewers just went way up. I don't know what's happening here. Hey, Candy Thunder dropping the Finger Hearts there too. Candy Thunder, that's her way of telling me I need to behave. She's like, cut that shit out, all right? Hey, Callie, Tony comes in a cake costume as his birthday suit. I think it's a damn good idea. Charlotte Arnold, Feeny Mimi, A3, Cherry Blossom, Haunted Gal, Beyond dropping the 5 says, you calling out as plunder. Always tickles me. Yeah. As plunder. You gotta say it like that, right? Amber, you may be right. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Joyce, a good boyfriend would say, hey, I can't afford a trip, get the time off work, but send her and a bestie. Yeah, you know what? If he had a real big problem with it, but then so the problem that he has is not him not being able to enjoy vacation on her dime, on OP's dime. It is his girlfriend, OP's ex, enjoying a vacation on her ex's dime that he has a problem with. It is not him, it is her. Because then it's like something he can't provide for her that the ex still can, and it's something that hurts him, right? It just, whether it should or not isn't the issue. It hurts him, and that's why he doesn't like it. So if he was like, hey, you go, that's why he can't do that. He can't do that because it's her enjoying it that hurts him. Yoko, if an ex of mine wants to give me a free birthday trip, I'll never say no. Say thank you very much, and I'll make sure I have a hell of a good time. We'll send pics. Esplenda says, it's truly not a derogatory username underneath it all for the record, but it's still fun to pretend, lol. Maybe it's just the way I say it. That's just me. All right, we ready for the next one? We're at 2,046 of 3,300. We're moving. We're moving forward. Callie Knight, Silver, Charlotte Arnold, Snort. Charlotte Arnold again there, dropping finger hearts. We're moving on. We're moving our way up there. 2046 of 3,300. Taylor, you don't even have to be my ex. I'll accept free vacations from anywhere. That's dangerous. You gotta say, it's dangerous. Send the two wives together for Mother's Day. I think it's a great idea. Nothing wrong with girls' trip, right? All right, let's dive in. Hey there, it is Dusty Thunder with yet another story for you. This one is actually from relationships. I'm sorry, AITA relationships. And it's titled, Am I the Astronaut for breaking up with my girlfriend because she wouldn't buy me an engagement ring? Okay. Am I the astronaut for breaking up with my girlfriend because she wouldn't buy me an engagement ring? All right, let's start a poll. Let's start a poll. Let's start a poll. I don't know this story. They're always blind reactions because I never get to see them ahead of time. However, I will glance at the first line. OP's female. Okay. Am I the astronaut for breaking up with my girlfriend because she wouldn't buy me an engagement ring? And this is OP is female. I feel like that's important information for casting our vote here. Man, this could go so many different ways because it's like, if you really love somebody, does the ring matter? Or is the ring like, is the unwillingness to commit with a ring an unwillingness to commit in general? I'm going to go ESH here. I'm going to go ESH and let's figure it out. Snorts, you can break up with someone for whatever reason you want to. It's true. It's your choice. It's your life. You choose you. Haley with the Haunt Me, Anna Hansen, KCC from Tennessee with the popular vote. Thank you for that. Anastasia, that Alaska girl, dropping finger hearts there too. Thank you all so much. Poll has ended. ESH won, barely edging out NTA. Let's see. It goes ESH, NTA, ASCON 3, ASCON 2, ASCON 1, ASCON 4. Interesting. We'll dive in. My 25 female girlfriend, 28 female, and I have been together for almost a year, and from early on, I made it clear that I want a serious, committed relationship leading to marriage. We love each other deeply, and in so many ways, she's the perfect partner. But one thing has always been missing. She hasn't put a ring on me, despite knowing how important it is to me. I'm gonna throw another set of red flags here real quick, because even though we're just one paragraph in here, all I'm hearing from OP is me. We have no idea how her partner feels about marriage. For months, I've talked about how much I want an engagement ring. It's not about money. I don't need anything expensive or flashy. What matters to me is that she puts thought and effort into choosing something meaningful, something that symbolizes our future together. Today I video called her, and while we were talking, she started going through some of her old things stacked away in the cupboard. She was organizing when she suddenly found a small box with a set of rings she had from when she was a teenager. That's when she got really serious and told me I could pick one of them as my engagement ring. I was stunned. These weren't even my size, and they were just random things she had laying around for years. I asked if she was joking, and she said no. She genuinely thought this was a good idea and wanted me to choose from them instead of me getting my own ring. I know she can be a bit frugal sometimes, and I get it, but this felt different. It felt like she really, words are hard. It felt like she wasn't really considering how important this was to me. I've been waiting and hoping for a sign that she's just as serious about our future as I am. And instead of putting in any effort, she wanted to give me something she already had. Excuse me. Something that wasn't even chosen for me. And just to be clear, this isn't about my not loving her. My girlfriend is amazing. She does everything for me. She cooks, cleans, handles all the little things in life, so I barely have to lift a finger. She's super gorgeous, super fit, intelligent, a great listener, and always puts my needs first. She's been there for me in every way, and I fell in love with her for all of that. Okay, I'm gonna throw another set of red flags here. I can't say that I'm super surprised at this point, but to hear OP actually say she's gorgeous, fit, intelligent, a great listener, always puts my needs first, serves me. That's why I love her. The memes continue. But this broke me. I don't understand why she doesn't see how much this means to me. It's not about the price, it's about effort and wanting to make me feel special. I started crying and told her that I couldn't do this anymore. It was just too painful to realize she wasn't taking my feelings seriously. After the call, I texted her, sorry, bye, and blocked her. Now she's been spamming my social media with messages asking why I didn't like her rings and saying how much this has hurt her. She really thought she was doing something sweet and sentimental, and she never meant to upset me. I just don't know what to do. Some of my friends think I overreacted and that I should have at least talked it through with her, while others agree that a ring is a symbol of effort and commitment, and clearly she didn't put in any. So, am I the astronaut for ending the relationship over this? You want me to go ahead and read the edit? Edit! While y'all are still bullying me, my now fiance and I made up. Now I have a ring that I love, and they dare to say crazy doesn't work. Comments all pretty much said this girl was exhausting. This girl is exhausting.
Who said crazy?
Who said crazy doesn't work? That's what she came back with afterwards? Okay, now look. Acts of service is a love language, right? Like people show love that way. And OP has no problem taking advantage of that. But this is a serve me, worship me, love me, choose me thing. She's not, I didn't hear like a single drop of valuing her partner at all. And I feel like eventually her partner's going to get wise to that. You know what I mean? Like, yes, serving feels great. Being like acts of service feels wonderful. Being a servant leader feels great. But eventually you're like, shit, I've given a lot. Why do I feel empty? This is problematic to me. I don't know. Tell me. Okay, Elise says crazy doesn't work long term, only short term. Maybe that's it. Angel dropped the $2 super, said, ladies, please put your strap on in crazy. Please. Oh, don't put your strap on in crazy either. Don't put your dick in crazy. Don't let crazy put his dick in you. Yeah. And don't put your strap on in crazy too. Yeah. Yeah, it's, this is problematic to me. I see this ending badly, and maybe OP's partner can take it for a long time, like just take the abuse. But OP has no problem just taking and taking and taking and taking and taking and taking and taking, and even after all that taking, being like, something's missing. She does always get what she wants, but what does that lead to? It creates this insatiable thirst, right? Where she now is like, what is the next thing going to be? Because this isn't it. This isn't the end of this. There's going to be a next thing. It's going to be the house. It's going to be a car. It's going to be the dog. It's going to be like, it's going to always be something. And if you're not receiving this pebble, so that's what OP's partner is doing. We're like pebbling, like giving things to show that you care. And the old rings were part of that. The old rings, while they didn't have a monetary value and they weren't picked out for you, OP, they were part of your partner's life. They were a part of them. She was giving you a part of her. And she chose to do that for you. No, it wasn't created with you in mind. Neither was the ring that you got from the frickin' store. It wasn't crafted in the heart of a dying star, specifically for you. Tina Allen dropped the 5, says she's going to be a nightmare to plan a wedding with. Oh boy. Oh my. Nicole, how would you want something that you had to ask for? I don't know, from the very beginning, the whole like, this is important to me, and I made it very clear from the very beginning what I wanted in a relationship. Okay, look, if you get into a relationship with somebody and they're like, okay, here's my list of demands. Run. That's a one-sided relationship. Barry, I detect a narcissist also. Very possible. Very possible. Ran, welcome back. OP literally threw a tantrum and got exactly what she wanted. Fur and feathers, yeah. I wonder why she does this. Maybe because it freaking works. The problem is that it works. But, like Candy Thunder and I talk about this quite a bit, we see adults behave in the same exact way that we see Navy Thunder behave. And she's turning 4 in a week. But the same behaviors we see exhibited in adults. They still do it. Angel, I'm still stuck on this behavior after 1 year. Oof. Had it been 1 year? Yeah, 1 year. Wow.
She said she'd been doing it for months.
She's been talking about a ring for months, but her behavior, they've been together for a year. Like that.
She also says the ring doesn't matter.
The ring doesn't matter, the ring matters. Okay, let me go back to the title. We'll cast an official vote here. Title was, Am I the Astronaut for breaking up with my girlfriend because she wouldn't buy me an engagement ring? I mean, yeah. Also, you didn't because you guys got back together. And I feel like generally here, you're the way you are because this is how you were raised, right? Everybody believes they're doing the right thing. Everybody's operating within the parameters that they have grown accustomed to because of their trained worldview, right? So OP grew up with parents who probably, didn't train her past the whole toddler tantrum phase and just let her keep doing that forever. So she thinks she's doing the right thing. She doesn't see anything wrong with what she's doing here. The problem with that is that she's never going to understand the value of another human being. She has a partner, but she's never going to really truly value that partner. And I think if you can't value your partner, you're never really going to experience love. And that's punishment enough, isn't it? Never knowing love because of this. Love is not adoration. Those are two different things. Receiving adoration and experiencing love are not the same thing at all. I'm giving OP an Ascon 2 because I do believe this is something that she was trained into. This is how she grew up. She doesn't know different until you experience enough pain to be able to create that change. You don't know different, but she definitely should not have done this. She doesn't know that yet. Someday she will. But living like this and feeling like she's trying to fill the void of not being able to know that love. And it will never work. None of the things will ever fill that void. Hatter, can Dusty remind Hatter the size for Dusty, Candy, and Ava? Hatter wants to make a very merry unbirthday gift. Sizes like shirt sizes? Yeah. Do you mind shooting me a message and we'll kick it back to you that way? I used to be an XL in like everything shirt wise. And now I'm a large. Like XLs look like a night shirt on me. Like it's like Schitt's Creek. No, and New Girl. It's my night shirt. And Nick has his shirt that goes like down past his knees. Looks like it hasn't been washed in 3 years. And on Schitt's Creek, it's a Johnny Rose with his full on night shirt. Give my best to Bob Cratchit. Oh.
I don't know how many times I've restarted watching that show and I laugh every single
I know, you gotta laugh every time you see it. There's no way around it. Let me get some music rocking here. Candy Thunder just pulled up, so we'll jump into the spicy story next. Music. Hey, we're at 2211 of 33 hundo. I really thought we'd have this goal nailed by the end of that story. Maybe during the end of the spicy story, or maybe by the end of the spicy story here. AITA 777 with the finger art and the heart me there. Tammy Lee, Diana C. Anthony, Kim Downer, Anna Maria Ortiz dropping the finger hearts there too. Candy Koala, Elise, Candy, Jane Owen. Hey, Mandy Danielle Olzowski. I wanted to say Ozlovsky. Olzowski just became an 11-month sub. Why are words so hard for me right now? Mandy, welcome to the gosh heckin' fam. Candy Koala dropping more finger hearts there. Melissa, Deborah, Fezmir, Robert. I had to get fancy with it. Candy Koala, Angela, Haley, Anna Hansen, KCC from Tennessee, Elizabeth dropping the finger hearts there too. Lenny Lulu, Andrea Nichols, Allie, Lady P95. Thank you so much for the love. Appreciate it. Tabby, Angela, As Plunder. CK. Schitt's Creek is such Such a freaking great show. Hatter, thank you. Heard. Her update comment pushed it to ask on one for you, Karen. You're probably right. But I also see how she became, I see the likely path for how she became who she is, right? Veruca Salt all grown up. Yep. Candy Thunder did pull up, but this is the portion of her process where she has to sit in the car for at least 5 minutes before stepping foot outside of the car. Who else does that? I put the car in park, and in less than 5 seconds, I am foot on the ground. It's like I have like a Krav Maga single motion to like turn off the car, seat belt, grab door, be out. I'm out. There she is. There's Tater. We'll get Tater Vision started here in just a moment. It is raining a little bit. My beard is doing that all day. It's like crawling back up my face. Depends on how stressed out you are. Like if you need to woos off for a second before you get in somewhere, you're overstimulated and you need them in. I get it, right? I get it. But personally, I'm like, as soon as I get somewhere, I got shit to do. So I am like, boop, boop, out. User 044509. Only time I don't get out immediately is if I have food I don't want my cats to beg for. You have to get rid of that before you get out. You need more than 5 minutes. How much time, given your druthers, Candy Thunder, when you arrive somewhere, would you spend sitting in the car before getting out? Where are you arriving? Let's start with home. 5 minutes at home? Okay, let's say Target.
5 minutes.
About 5 minutes for Target? What about work?
No time.
No time?
Usually in a hurry.
Yeah, usually in a hurry. I get that. So is it when you get home, it's like you have to kind of detox your brain or you have to detox your brain or like cleanse before you go in? You have to woo-saw a little bit?
Yes.
I get it.
I'm like, oh, I have to go deal with my people who need me.
You gotta get your brain ready for outie mode, for home mode.
Yeah,
Gosh.
somebody needs something from me. I gotta be prepared.
Yeah, it's like starting another shift of work. It's just different.
And Navy does not like to sit in the car, so she's like, "Let's go."
Yeah, Navy wants to get out immediately. Navy's like, I've already opened my door.
Yes.
I've already opened my door. And Hatter goes live Thursday nights. Yeah, and I got to get by there too. We don't have a YouTube members only live tomorrow, so I may actually be able to make it. Hey, Katie Thunder somehow sent finger hearts while walking in here. Charlotte Arnold just dropped the 274, 275, still going. Jerry, 15 month sub in the Gosh Heckin' fam. Glad to have you. Charlotte Arnold, Angie, Life Without a Helmet, Karsty Trahan, Lady P95. Thank you guys so much. You what?
I want to hear Tony Sparks' feedback on the story.
Okay.
On the story.
I want to see that too.
And I was like, you'd be great at feedback.
Wait, so you sent this story. Is a blind react for him too?
No, he read it.
Oh, he's read it. Okay. Okay. Well, we did unlock the spicy reward story on the YouTube side, so we can go ahead and read that. And this one had your feedback on it, so we were waiting until you got back to go ahead and read this. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then hopefully we will have hit this finger heart goal, which we're getting close to. We're at 2673 or 3300 right now, so we can get the cake story and Tony Spark feedback on it. Right? It was Tony Spark birthday suit. Something was what it said.
Well, Tony Spark is so the next goal that we hit on TikTok is going to be Tony's story.
Tony's story is the next goal on TikTok. Okay. Audible. All right. For now, we can do this. Ladies and gentlemen, we got one of these for you. It is spicy story time. And the title of this one is, Am I the Astronaut for basically telling my in-laws this is my house? If you don't like my rules, get out. Let's start a poll. I got it. I'll clickety-click it. Poll started. Am I the astronaut for basically telling my in-laws, this is my house. If you don't like my rules, get out. What's your title only vote?
NTA.
NTA?
Your house, your rules, right?
Your house, your rules. I mean, you could definitely do this in a very asshole-ish way.
Oh, for sure.
But we're gambling on the fact that that OP is not an asshole here. As Splenda said, he's trying to make you show your baloney, Tony. Don't give in to peer pressure. Yeah, I keep saying it was a birthday suit appearance. It's a birthday appearance, not birthday suit. I'm just kidding. I kid. Mortgage owner makes the rules, and yeah, I mean, you could be a dick about this. You could be sure. Be like, hey, my house rules are that as soon as you get in, you hop on one foot, you wear one sock, no shoes, and everybody licks their plates clean.
And then you get a Midwest milk. Welcome.
And yeah, Midwest welcome. Yeah,
Milk.
that's right. Get the garden hose ready, honey. Y'all need to bend over. We ain't letting your dirty butts touch our sofa. NTA won with 93% of the vote. Let's dive in. First off, I don't think I was wrong, which has infuriated my girlfriend. I, 25, recently moved into my house. My girlfriend, 27, and I had a little housewarming. Her family, my mother, and a few of our friends. We were eating outdoors, and the kids had their own table. My girlfriend's nephew, 8, knocked over a jug of dilute.
It's flavored water. A jug of flavored water.
Okay. My girlfriend's nephew, 8, knocked over a jug of flavored water. I was at the table when it happened, and it was clearly an accident. He was very polite and apologized. He was a little upset, but I just laughed it off. His father came over, and I was shocked at how much his father gave out to him. I told him it really was only an accident, etc., and he kept going. I felt really guilty for not stopping it. He ran over to the corner of the garden and started crying. His father went back to the table and said what happened to his wife, and his wife said that he deserved it. He should stay there a long time or something along those lines. There was almost a snicker from some of her family. Anyway, I went over to the boy a couple of minutes later. I gave him a bar of chocolate. He was still crying. He said sorry again. I gave him a high five and taught him this high five I used to do as a kid. His mother came over and said, do you mind not talking to my son? He needs to think about what he did wrong, and he needs to do that alone. I took her and her husband aside and said, this is my house. If you want to upset your kid, don't do it here. If you don't like that, get out. I swear the reaction that followed was insane. They went back to the table saying it. My mom said, never holding back, didn't I raise a great son? He's spot on not to let bullies in this house, which erupted it even more. My girlfriend spoke to me in private and asked me to apologize to them. I said no. I stood by what I said, and this part I regret a little bit. I told her I think less of her for even asking me to apologize. A mate of mine and his son kicked ball with the boy and I. He actually gave me a hug, I don't do hugs, at the end of the party and said sorry again. He hugged so tightly for a couple of seconds. I really could go on about the drama, but in short, her family thought I was wrong. I was getting little digs, etc. My girlfriend's friend came up privately and said I was right to step in. My girlfriend is still pushing for me to apologize. I still don't think I did anything wrong. I didn't tell them how to parent, but told them to leave if that's how they want to parent. If I'm being completely honest, I didn't say this. I'm not sure I'd want a kid with a family like that. Aggro over spilled effing flavored water. Wow, there's so many messages. Apologies, but I can't respond to all. Some of the common answers to responses. Agreed. What must they be like in private? Snigger is a word, at least in the UK. My mother is the best mother any kind of kid could have. Yeah, it puts a big hole in my future with my girlfriend. Oof. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, luckily, we've got some tater thoughts to offer here. Red lights are already on. Let's go ahead and pop right up. This kind of walks the line of like interfering with parenting, does it not?
Yes, he interfered, but for fuck's sake, the kid spilled some water
It's
on
an
the
accident.
table. Yeah, it was clearly an accident. It's OP's home. Like, he has no problem with it. I would not go this hard at my child for spilling something, like spilling water. This is a way overreaction. And I don't know if they were trying to prove a point because they were in someone else's home but putting your kid in timeout for accidentally knocking over water. I mean, if he took the water and like dumped it out on the table and was being a little
Yes.
shit, like I understand, like that's behavioral issues and you've got stuff going on there, but this was a fucking accident. I feel like the parents went over I know that's not what we're judging here, but in my opinion, I don't disagree with OP.
Here's my concern though. OP, good for you. You feel better about the vibe that you were able to create in this moment of hope that you were able to give this kid who is obviously, if this is a normal thing, being treated like this a lot and being bullied by parents, being abused potentially. I think in this instance, aggravating the parents overall
Yeah.
probably just made things worse for that kid.
I understand what you're saying, and it probably did, and that fucking sucks. And I know that OP cannot fix that,
Yep.
but I mean, I don't even know. Like, I do not parent like this. I'm not gonna, like, obviously if your kid makes a mess, it's not like the greatest thing in the world, but it's water. Like, shit's gonna happen. Accidents are gonna happen. I spill shit all the time.
Doesn't matter if
Like,
it was grape juice. Like, it's a freaking accident. They're gonna happen.
Right. I feel genuinely very bad. This kid is 8 years old, and like I don't know. It just makes my heart hurt for this kid to feel like he can't even make a mistake without being berated like that and put in timeout. And like the way that he just automatically apologized and was crying. Like I don't know. I just feel really bad for the kid.
So was it Kayla?
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't find it. People saying that
Yeah.
The kid feels alone when people don't speak up and just stay quiet and let this kind of shit happen. Being glad that I'm glad that he had a moment, right? I'm glad he had a moment of hope and he had a moment of happiness, and somebody saw and stood up for him.
Yes.
I think my problem with OP here is that it was a momentary thing for him.
Yeah, but that kid saw that now.
Yeah.
Like, he knows that there's someone out there that will stand up for him, and maybe in the future, knowing that there's adults out there like that are willing to stand up and be like, hey, your parents aren't always right. What your parents doing is not, what they're doing is not okay. Maybe he'll find comfort in a different adult at school. I mean, that's my hope, obviously. I don't know what's going to happen, but you know what? And maybe this would make me second guess my relationship, because if I'm with somebody that's okay with this kind of parenting, I mean, I would need I would need to know what her parenting looks like moving forward if I want kids in my life.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I hope that this kid sees someone that stands up for him, and then he can apply that moving forward. He's 8. But I don't know if he's old enough to make that connection.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I agree. His feelings were validated, and seeing somebody that he now knows is safe, like all of that is great, but it's like such a momentary blip. And I hope it's a seed that does get watered over time and allows him to find a way out later on. I just immediately worry about the immediate, what's the word I'm looking for? The immediate
blowback.
reaction that the parents are going to have. Yeah, the blowback whenever they get home. That's my fear here, is that, trying to do something that is momentary can cause a lot more pain and a lot more problems.
I know. And my hope in that scenario is that, obviously I don't think this is going to happen, but me being hopeful would be that the parents are like, shit, are we doing this too hard? Are we going too strong? Is this not, I mean, at the end of the day, and we just had this conversation, but at the end of the day, our kids are human beings. And if I would not respond well to being yelled at after making a mistake, I would not respond well to being degraded after making a mistake. I would be the opposite of what you're trying to achieve. So
You just be rattled.
yeah. So I'm like, in my mind, us exploding as parents is not going to solve the problem that we have in that. I understand that people reach their threshold. I understand that people overreact. But we're not perfect. We never will be. But I do believe that you should treat your child as a human being and not like a punching bag, because they are going to make mistakes.
Okay, so the parents here finally encountered like someone opposing them and disagreeing with them and calling them on their bullshit, and maybe that's a little bit of a wake-up call there too. That's what you're saying.
I'm hoping they self-reflect,
Yes.
but I don't know that they...
Well, it's
would
possible. It is possible. Hey, Donna dropped the 5 on the YouTube side, said, "Hi, Dustin and Candy. I'm asking for a late excuse. I was shopping for my trip." You have
Shopping
to
is always
get a note from the front office and make sure you submit it to us, and then we'll go back and update the records to make sure that we show that as an excused absence for you. Yes, shopping is a great excuse. Nancy also dropping the 5, said, "I was this kid, and it will make it worse in the short run, but it gives him hope to hold on to. Someone did this for me, and I'm 43 and still grateful." Well, there you go.
I'm sorry, Nancy. I'm sorry that
Yeah,
you had that.
but how cool that you remember someone doing this
Yes.
for you like so long ago. That is awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome. Okay, so am I the astronaut for basically telling my in-laws this is my house? If you don't like my rules, get out? NTA. We in agreement on that, Tater Rooney? NTA. The parents suck. You just have to understand that mistakes are going to happen, and like we all make mistakes. We all have accidents. The difference between accidents and mistakes is there is a difference there, right? Navy Thunder for a long time like would use mistakes when she meant accidents, and she would be like, "Hey, you didn't do this for me, or you forgot this," and we'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and she'd be like, "It's okay. Mistakes happen." For the longest time, she hasn't done that in a while, but for a long time, she'd be like, "Mistakes happen. Like, you're flawed. It's okay." We're like, "Thanks, kid. Thanks." All right, we hit the goal on the TikTok side. We're gonna be able to get Tony Spark up here. Okay, here's the leaderboard. In particular order here for helping us hit the figure heart goal on the TikTok side. E. Tate Johnson leading the board at 2.7K. AK Mary at 2.6K. Charlotte Arnold at 2.5. Joanne Butthead at 2.1. You guys are awesome. Thank you. We got Seawall Baby, Bailey Chapman, Candy Thunder, Haunted Gal, Anae, Jennifer Jago, Aunt Sue, Anastasia Smith, Elise Kutch, Anna, Joycey Brown, Mama Silver, Valenka, Janice C. 2014, Adventures with Pam, Daisy Desserts. We got Lady Tanners, Life Without a Helmet, Naturally ADB, Stitrihan, Real Broad Zuba, Abby May, Lenny Lulu, Juju Girl, Candy CLKB, Callie Knight, Yvette B01, T-Hef90, Justina, Dilly Pickles, Melcy Jane, Missa Bates, Missa B, Charlie Diego, M. Henry, Dalia Santa, Moonshine Girl, Nakano Hiroshima, United Stores Merc, Mandy Chastain, Rhea Martinez, as Blonda, Crystal Museum Girl, and Charlotte. Thank you all so much. Appreciate the love. We'll get the next one set up over here and then dive in on Tony Spark land here. But now, it's my birthday too. But now. Shall we serenade him? We should sing happy birthday, shouldn't we?
I would have bought him a cake, but he's not eating cake.
Oh no, you're not eating cake right now? You're not eating cake on your birth? Are you gonna eat cake on your actual birthday for your actual birthday dinner? Like what? Okay, we are going for paper cranes on the TikTok side now. All right. I haven't looked at this story at all. Let me get over there and check it out. The Tony feedback story. That's what we're going for, right?
You want to come sit in the
You're okay. I mean, he's going to come up and give feedback afterward, right? Okay. He wouldn't dare take up the Tater Vision.
Mine, you can take it up. My chair leans all the way back to stretch.
Yeah.
And I want to do that in this chair. It does not.
You would tip that chair over because it's a very high stool. I had Caden Thunder jumping into the chair so I could make sure the camera angle was set up right before the stream, and that thing about went flying. It's high up there.
That's why I said, is there like a break on it? Or?
There are no calories in birthday cake. You're right. Jonah Johnson with the floating heart. Thank you so much. All right, let's dive in. All right, this is our Tony feedback story, ladies and gentlemen. Title of this story is, Am I the Astronaut for Leaving My Friend's Party After They Expected Their Guests to Pay for Drinks?
The audacity.
What is this, a cash bar? What is this, flay bottom? Am I the astronaut for leaving my friend's party after they expected their guests to pay for drinks? Let's start a poll. I'll get that started for us right now. So they had a party, and we're doing like a cash bar at their party, but it wasn't like at a venue kind of thing. I mean, that's the understanding I have. Am I the astronaut for leaving my friend's party after they expected their guests to pay for drinks? We don't really go to parties. We don't know how this works.
Do you pay for drinks when you go to a friend's house?
Okay, but if they're having a party and it's at like a venue.
Yeah, then you could pay for drinks.
Okay, so it's really where it is. If it's at their house, like you can't have a cash bar at your own house, but if it's at a venue, then you can? Is that how this works? Depends on if they're having like a just because party.
Is it a birthday party?
Yeah, I don't know. If you want people to pay, it needs to be said before. Rand, that makes sense.
Or you could just have like a donation thing where people donate to the drinks or something.
Yeah. Police coming by like the audacity.
If they hired a bartender.
If they hired a bartender, but still, I mean, if you're having you'd need to say that ahead of time, right? Cash bar, BYOB, something like that. 58% went NTA. Let's see. The next one was ESH right after that. At like 17%. So pretty big disparity. Let's dive in. This past weekend, my wife, 41 female, and I, 42 male, attended one of my friend's parties that I was invited to. For context, my friend, 42 male, and his girlfriend, 48 female, and their two friends, also mid-40s male and female, were hosting this party, the four of them, together. A few weeks ago when I received the invitation, I realized that it said on there something along the lines of, please be prepared to purchase your own drinks. Didn't think much of it at the time, considering I just thought they were hiring a bartender or something, but fast forward to the day of the party. I arrive with my wife, and it's my friend and his girlfriend standing behind their kitchen counter that they were using as their bar, making/charging the guests for drinks. Now, I was confused for a few reasons. One, the fact this party was held at my friend's house. It's not like this was at an event space or something where this would be normal. Two, there was no bartender that they hired or anything like that. It was literally two of the four of them standing in the kitchen at a time making drinks for people and then charging them accordingly. Drinks were all under $10. Now, I don't know if this is actually a common thing, but I have never in my 42 years of living been to a party at a friend's house where the hosts are charging you themselves for drinks. I've had multiple parties over the years that I have invited my friend and his girlfriend to in which they have attended, and I have never charged anyone for drinks ever. I've always bought all the drinks myself and had an open bar type of situation where my guests can make their own drinks. I even had a proper bartender once and still no one was charged. It was an open bar. I honestly felt like my friend, his girlfriend, and their friends were all trying to make a quick buck off of their guests who attended, clearly to cover the cost of the drinks, which I understand that booze isn't cheap these days, but we're talking about splitting the cost of whatever they bought between four people. Like, in my opinion, if you can't afford to supply drinks at your party, why are you having a party in the first place? This also wasn't for charity or anything. The money made off the drinks was for them to split. My wife and I bought one drink each, stayed for about an hour or so, and said our goodbyes. When we were leaving, my friend asked why we didn't have that much to drink. I told him because I think it's ridiculous that they're charging their close friends for drinks. He called me cheap and an unsupportive friend. I assured him that I'm not. If the charging of drinks was for a good cause, like profits go to charity or something, of course I'd buy drinks. I told him I find the fact that they are charging for drinks and keeping the money for themselves ridiculous and taking advantage of their friends. Anyway, now my friend and his girlfriend are butthurt about this and have been calling me an asshole to our mutual friends. Am I the astronaut here? Edit! Wow, I did not expect this post to blow up like this, but thank you guys. For any of those wondering, after reading these comments, my wife and I have decided to exclude my friend and his girlfriend from any of our future parties. I blocked both my friend and his girlfriend as well. And we've got a bit of a birthday boy to bring up here for you. Before I do that, we got to do the official intro, right? Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Spar!
And then we've got to do this. We've got to do the happy birthday thing for you here. You got to do a dance or something, right?
Hello.
Today is your birthday.
Hello, people. That was loud.
Happy birthday, Tony!
And I thought we were going to make it through a live where I wouldn't have to clean up confetti tomorrow. Although there's been confetti over there that's sitting on the floor that I shot off for Ava when she got her driver's license. Thank you. Thank you for all the birthdays. Happy birthdays. Thank you. Yeah, this story. This person is like, how cheap are you? To number one, why are you throwing a party? And then you're like, by the way, like, first off, if you're that cheap, just tell your guests to bring their own booze. Like, if you're worried about paying for the booze and you need to make your money back on cleaning on the booze, then like, why why even just tell them to bring their own booze? Also, even if they would have had a bartender at their house, listen, I've thrown a party or two in my day. I throw a party every year where we hire a bartender. We buy all the booze. We pay the bartender. And we don't ask anybody to pay for your drinks because that's just what you would do. Like if you're hosting a party. Like if you can't afford to host a party and like you need to make money off of your friends at this party, then why are you even having them there? And if you're going to do that, at least hire a bartender, not just stand there with your girlfriend in front and be like, oh, I'm going to make a couple drinks. Be like, hold on, let me Google how to make this real quick. That'll be $23.14, please. Thank you. Don't forget to tip, please. 20% standard. Like, I don't understand.
It sounds like a private fundraiser. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like what? And also $10. They were under $10. Like at the auction we just had, where we're raising money, we only charged $5 for a drink, and you probably got a $15 pour based on the way the people were behaving throughout the evening. But that's not the point. The point is this person is like so cheap, and they're just trying to make money off of their friends. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why just have them bring their own booze, but I guess then you can't charge people for it.
So what were they raising the funds for? Whatever it was, they weren't comfortable enough to be like, we are fundraising for this good cause. So it's probably for a vacation for the four of them or something.
Yeah, but that was weird. And it's tacky too. Like it's just a very tacky thing to do. Like,
allez-vous.
These wonderful skin products.
Champagne Audi is real hard to get, Moira.
Yeah, they didn't say anything about raising money for something or a fundraiser or anything, did they?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
They're just being cheap, trying to make a quick buck. And in the end, how much are you really making? Like, because you had to buy all the booze, you had to buy all the stuff. Like, you're not making your money back on any of that shit, so why even do it?
Hey, Barrick says, someone said you can't charge for alcohol without a license. So...
It's true. I'd be turning them in. Be like, as I'm leaving the party after my one drink that I paid for, I'd be like, hey, there's a illegal party going on here and they're selling alcohol.
Now, like, I would still invite them, but invitations moving forward, I would customize the invitations for those people specifically and just do a cover charge for them and them only. Take a cover at the door,
maybe
but
there's
only them.
Maybe there's missing details about what this party was actually for. If you're just having a run-of-the-mill, hey, get together on a Saturday night, like you're not charging people for it. Even if you have a wedding, weddings probably have a cash bar sometimes. The bad ones. The good ones have an open bar. And like the good ones have an open bar and it's free.
So you obviously are much more versed in the ways of parties than we are. We're hermits. We don't really leave the house much, and when we do, it's normally with kids. So, what's the norm?
The norm would be like if I'm having a party like this, it would be like, hey, I might have some beer or whatever, and then the way it always works at my house is like whatever we have in the liquor cabinet, like it's like free game. Like if you want to drink, make a drink, go for it. But it's pretty much implied most of the time. I just tell people like bring whatever you want to drink. Like I'm having a party. Hey, I might say, hey, I'm gonna have some wine and I'll have vodka or I'll have beer. But
Ann Bracker, thank you for gracing us with this $5 super on the YouTube side.
That would make
Tony, if my math is correct, you were conceived around the 4th of July.
That would make my love of the 4th of July make sense.
And the rocket's red glare.
But anyway, no, I mean, like if I'm having don't. I would like you either say, hey, I'll have X, Y, and Z to drink. If you want that, sure. If not, bring whatever you want. It's like that's just common, I would think. And even like our Christmas party, we hire a bartender, we buy all this booze, we do all this stuff, and it's like, just come drink.
Yeah,
enjoy.
it's a natural thing.
Like,
but it was
we put out a tip jar. We put out a tip jar if they want to tip the bartender. Thanks, bye, Kaden. But like, if you want to tip the bartender, go for it. But like, we still pay the bartender. We don't ask people to pay for anything.
This was clearly, it feels like a cash grab, and it feels like a private fundraiser for something that they weren't comfortable talking about. So,
well, and I think it
was the 4 people together, so which makes it more sus.
It's worse than being just cheap, though, too, because if you were just cheap, you would make people bring their own booze. You're being cheap, and you're like trying to make money off of your
profit
friends.
off of it.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo. All right, you got to talk about DC for a minute. I'm gonna get out of your way.
Yeah. Anyway, wait, hold on. What did we give this guy? What do we give? What do we give?
NTA.
No, OP is NTA.
So you get to the scale now by hitting that.
Oh my gosh! Now there's folders and files, and next thing you know, there's just gonna be a wall of interactive buttons.
That's what the Cake the Rogue button.
Yeah. Yeah. So OP or NTA, I would have left too. I would have just shown up. Actually, the move I would have done is it would have said, "Be prepared to purchase your own drinks," and I would have shown up with my own cooler or my own bottle of whatever, and been like, "Don't worry, I got it."
And then walk around and sell those to people.
Be like, they're selling theirs for like $8, and be like, "I got shots for $5. Anybody wants?" So I'm like, that's what I would have done.
Shot girl. Tony Sparks, the shot girl.
Set on across the street
Yeah.
with your own bar.
It's your hard lemonade stand.
Yeah. I'd have been standing outside the front doors. People came in and be like, "Here, you guys want a shot? It's more expensive in there. It's cheaper in here. Get it right here and save." Like it'd have been a whole thing. Yeah.
DC recap.
DC was awesome. We saw so much stuff. Like we saw so much stuff that I don't even. The list is this long of things I didn't get to see and do. That some of them were things I wanted to do when I went out there, but we just didn't have time. And then the rest of the things are things that like. As we were there, I realized, oh, this is there, and this is there, and this is there, and like didn't think about other things to see. So, yeah, it was awesome.
What was the most fun thing? Did you go to the Spy Museum? You did.
We did not go to the Spy Museum. I heard the Spy Museum was very, very busy, and that was one that cost money too. Like, which that would have been fine, but I heard like we talked to several people, and they were like, it's okay, but they said if you go after anytime after, like unless you're there first thing in the morning, they're like it is so crowded full of kids. I've also never seen as many kids in my entire life as I did in DC, whereas everywhere we went was just busloads and busloads and busloads of kids. Like it was funny because my buddy's daughter who was with us, she's 14 and in 8th grade, and her face would get a little red sometimes because there would be busloads of boys just walking off this bus. And just like busloads of them, and they would, there was kids everywhere because the museums are so huge that there's just people everywhere. But it was awesome. We ate at a lot of good places. The last night we found this really fun bar, and yeah,
Was it the restaurant or the bar?
it was a restaurant/bar.
You remember the name of it?
The Pink Tiger.
Huh.
Yeah, it was down on the wharf in DC.
Sounds like a strip club.
And I'm pretty sure I jumped in on the YouTube exclusive live, and
Pink Tiger Club.
I might have been very Ted at that moment.
Ted's gonna keep on
It was one of those things where it had a guy playing piano, and he was like, take requests and then play what you wanted. But in order to take those requests, you give him some money.
Yeah.
Tony checked Ted's Venmo the next morning, and Ted ran amok, making sure this guy played a lot of their songs that our table wanted.
Turn that piano
Yeah.
into
It was a lot, but we went to like 3 or 4 different bars that night leading up to that moment. So by the time we got there, we were feeling great. We pretty much started at 3:30 that afternoon and got home at 3 a.m. So it was a long day, but that was a lot of fun. All the memorials were cool.
So you were hungover on the plane.
Oh, I was apocalyptically hungover. Like it was bad. It was bad going home the next day. And why we waited till the last day to do that, I don't know. But it was a lot of fun. I can't wait to go back. I want to go back. Like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move there. I told Candy Thunder a couple times. I was like, I may not come back. I was like, I think I'm going to move here. It was awesome. Just all the bars and the restaurants in the city. Also, I thought for a big city, it was like the cleanest big city I'd been to. I don't know. Maybe we didn't go to the right parts, or the wrong parts, I guess. But
Well, I think downtown.
it was just nice.
DC,
Like it was a
they
nice.
keep pretty clean.
It wasn't a lot, like
not
New York and Philadelphia and Chicago and places like that. Like I don't know. It's just much more.
Tony will be heading up
city,
the
like, I
DC
don't know.
chapter of the Dusty Thunder Club.
Forget it.
I thought DC was amazing. I just loved this. Everything was so like the buildings were all so like nice too. Like
Yeah.
all those old buildings, they're like all immaculate. Like, and it was awesome. We missed the cherry blossoms. We missed the cherry blossoms by probably 3 or 4 days. Like you could see the remnants of the blooms on some of the trees, and like we just missed it.
I'm not going to the botanical garden if there aren't going to be cherry blossoms.
We did go to the botanical garden.
Oh, you did?
Did you?
Funny story.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like right because we went to the Capitol and it's right there off of the Capitol, and we also the Capitol is like standing there at the bottom of, looking up at it. It's one of the biggest buildings. Like it's huge. Like some of these buildings you can't even, like they're so big. But then we went to the botanical garden because we were like, I think there's a bathroom in there. Like we just happened to walk through there, and then we ended up walking through it. And we're like, oh, this is kind of cool. Of course, we walked in, and the first room was like the tropics, and it was like,
Yes,
it's so humid.
very humid.
Like you walk in, and it's so humid and hot.
Yes.
As soon as you walk in, you're like,
I had like a panic attack.
we're like, ah. And then you get to the bathroom, and it was like all air
The
conditioning.
sauna room,
The
yeah.
entryway, like with that long like pool thing, is so pretty.
It's a cool place.
No, it was really neat. Like I'm glad we went in there because we ended up walking through all this stuff, and I mean the zoo was really cool. I saw the pandas. I don't know. I saw all the monuments. We pretty much went everywhere. We did a lot. I only went to one of the Smithsonian museums on the mall, but that's okay because it was a lot. It was the American History Museum, and we did a very speed round of that.
Some of it you have to just kind of.
Yeah, because there's so much to see. It'd be like if this was the museum, this is what it would look like. This was the thing, this was the thing, and like there's just so much stuff you can't comprehend.
And it's so crowded.
That's
to see the
tough.
Declaration?
we did not because we were going in there on the last day. We were going to go to the archives because we did this little bus thing and drop us off at the archives. And this bar that we had found the day before or whatever was like diagonal from that, and we were like, okay, I'm going to go in here, look at the Declaration, and then stop in at this bar because we were there the night before.
So a real quick
Loved
pop-in
it. No, it was
thing.
great, and it depended on the line, and we go around the line was just
Yes, the line's massive.
and they said it's like, and right as before, an entire busload of people got dropped off in the other line. And I was like, it's going to be a mosh pit of people. Cause Nick was like, everybody's just gathered around that one area to see those three things. And I was like,
It's tough.
let's just go to the bar.
It's tough.
That started our adventure on the last day. But I will say last thing, if you have never been, or if you can go, the Holocaust Museum
Was that your most
Powerful.
it was the most memorable, powerful, like profound thing. It was awesome. Did you just scoot me?
Yeah,
Wow.
you're drifting off scene.
Sorry,
It was
I had
ama- it
the-
was-
I had the mat.
It's a
little
weird
far back.
thing to say that it was amazing and that it was really, but it was like, it was so well done. And like the images and the things that you see while you're there, it's crazy.
Did you get to see the mummies?
We didn't do the natural history. We did American history. I know. I wanted to do natural history.
Fuck out.
Air and Space Museum was at the top of my list when I went out to DC. I did not go to the Air and Space Museum. I know. On the last day, you have to get timed entry tickets
Yeah.
for times because that's like one of the busiest
We
ones.
didn't do when we went, but I went when I was a kid.
And
I
they
wanna
said
go
it's
back.
also another one that is just so crowded with so many kids and so much stuff that is. The last day, I got like tickets for 3 different times just in case, and we never made it. But that's okay. I'll go back next time.
We'll take a Dusty Thunder team field trip.
To DC?
I
I'm
agree.
down.
Let's go. I know all the good bars.
I imagine that being very much like a Ferris Bueller's Day Off kind of thing.
It
Or
was
just a bunch of scenes of us just standing there and staring at stuff. You know what I mean? I think that would work. That would work.
Bye, guys. Thank you for all the happy birthdays.
Happy birthday to Tony Sparks, turning 33 tomorrow. All right, we're going to go ahead and get set up for VIP. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Seawall, baby, I saw you throwing all the paper cranes down there. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the love. Thanks for throwing love at Tony Spark for his B-Day. Seawall, baby, wow, you threw a lot down. Thank you. Spiritual Witch Garden with the roses, Asplanda. Spiritual Witch Garden with the Hondo roses there. Also, some lightning bolts and some heart puffs there too. Mama Bear, Lee, A. Barrick, dropping some roses, heart me's, and the paper cranes as well. Damiana, A. Barrick, Amy Niels, Jenny with the ice cream cone, Spiritual Witch Gardens, Shoe Not, Juju Girl, Franklin Martinez, Asblonda, SOS. Thank you guys so much for the love. Greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a fantastic week. Julie and Joanne Harrison, thank you so much for the love on the YouTube side. Appreciate that. Tiffany Maurer dropping the 2 said, wait so I can charge my friends with my OLCC. LOL. You could. Yeah, I mean, you could. You may not have many friends left afterward, but yeah. Yeah. And again, thanks so much for shining the light on Tony's conception date. I'm gonna give him shit about that for a long time. All right, VIP's coming up here in 10 to 15. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you soon. Bye, guys.